Inside baseball, but if I read immersive sim curse from the community, especially from a fellow dev, I swear to God, please let me talk about real challenges instead of rehashing irrational anxieties of the past. Even more inside baseball, but with a very, very wide range, as a wise and sorely missed man said, please stop. What's up, guys? It's the Gaming Czar bringing you your daily gaming news. And today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Xbox axing 4 different studios. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for here, we're going to start off with a pretty meaty article. And we're going to go through this article, and then I got a few things to tag along with it. But for the most part, this is essentially what we're going to be focusing on for the day. Xbox is shutting down Arkane Austin, Tango Gameworks, and more. Xbox is closing Arkane Austin, Tango Gameworks, and more under Bethesda, according to IGN. Alpha Dog Games, which is behind last year's mobile Mighty Doom, is being closed as well, according to the report. Roundhouse Games is also affected, but it will be absorbed by Elder Scrolls Online team ZeniMax Online Studios. Tango has confirmed the news online with a thank you to his fans. This is the tweet right here. So Tango Gameworks English says, today it was announced that Tango Gameworks will close. Thank you to everyone that explored the worlds we created. Hi-Fi Rush, along with Tango's previous titles, will remain available and playable everywhere they are today. So real quick, before we go too far forward, we're just going to do a little breakdown of what Tango Gameworks were. Tango Gameworks was a Japanese video game developer based in Tokyo, founded in March 2010 by Shinji Mikami, previously of Capcom. The company was acquired by ZeniMax Media in October that year after suffering financial issues. Tango developed survival horror games The Evil Within 2, action-adventure games Ghostwire Tokyo, and rhythm-based action game Hi-Fi Rush. Tango's parent company, ZeniMax Media, was acquired by Microsoft in March 2021, making Tango the first Japanese studio in Microsoft gaming development portfolio. The studio was closed in May 2024. Arkane Austin, who followed suit, confirming the news online as well alongside word that players who purchased Redfall's Hero Pass will be eligible to receive the value of the upgrade. Here's the studio's statement. Arkane Studio posted, today it was announced that Arkane Austin will close and development will not continue on Redfall. To everyone that has supported the work from our Austin studio over the years, thank you. Thank you for spending time in our world and making them your own. Arkane Lyon will continue their focus on immersive experiences where they are hard at work on their upcoming project. Redfall players who purchase the Hero Pass as part of the Premium Bite Back Edition or the Premium Bite Back Upgrade will be eligible to receive the value of the upgrade. While there will be no further updates, Redfall servers will remain online for players to enjoy. Arkane Studios SASU is a French video game developer based in Lyon. It was founded in 1999 and released its first game, Arx Fatalis, in 2002. Besides the Lyon studio, Arkane Studios operated Arkane Studios LLC in Austin, Texas since July 2006 until closure in May 2024. The studio has created the popular Dishonored series as well as developing Prey, Deathloop, and Redfall. Marvel's Blade is under development. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not too sure. I'm excited about Blade from the MCU or a game studio. They've been trying to change Blade for a couple of years now, and I'm not really hype on any of it. These closures arrived after Tango delivered the extremely well-received Hi-Fi Rush last year, a few months before Arkane Austin released Redfall, which unfortunately didn't pan out as expected. With both critics and fans disappointed in the first-person vampire shooter from the studios behind the Dishonored series. IGN learned of these closures in emails sent to staff by the Xbox Game Studio head, Matt Booty, where the executive cited reparations as the result for the closures. Here is the email in full. Today, I'm sharing changes we are making to our Bethesda ZeniMax teams. These changes are grounded in prioritizing high-impact titles and further investigating in Bethesda's portfolio of blockbuster games and beloved worlds which you have nurtured over many decades. To double down on these franchises and invest to build new ones require us to look across the business to identify the opportunities that are best positioned for success. This reprioritization of titles and resources means a few teams will be realigned to others and that some of our colleagues will be leaving us. Here are the changes that are going into effect. Arkane Austin. This studio will be closed with some of the members joining other studios to work on projects across Bethesda. Arkane Austin has a history of making impactful and innovative games, and it is a pedigree that everyone should be proud of. Redfall's previous update will be his last as we end all development on the game. The game and its servers will remain online for players to enjoy, and we will provide make good offers to players who purchase the Hero DLC. Alpha Dog Studio. This studio will also close. We appreciate the team's creativity in bringing Doom to new players. Mighty Doom will be sunset on August 7th, and we will be turning off the ability for players to make any purchases in the game. Tango Gameworks. Tango Gameworks will also close. We are thankful for their contributions to Bethesda and players around the world. Hi-Fi Rush will continue to be available to players on the platform it is today. Roundhouse Games. The team at Roundhouse Games will be joining ZeniMax Online Studio ZOS. Roundhouse has played a key role in many of our recent game launches, and bringing them into ZOS to work on the Elder Scrolls Online will mean that we can do even more to grow that world with the millions of players that they call home. With this consolidation of our Bethesda studio teams, so that we can invest more deeply in our portfolio of games and new IP, a small number of roles across the select Bethesda publishing and corporate teams will also be eliminated. Those whose roles will be impacted will be notified today, and we ask that you please treat your departing colleagues with respect and compassion. We will provide full support to those who are impacted in today's notification and through their transactions, including severance benefits informed by local laws. These changes are not a reflection of creativity and skills of the talented individuals, as these teams are the risk they took to try new things. I acknowledge that these changes are also disruptive to the various support teams across ZeniMax and Bethesda that bring our games to market. We are making these tough decisions to create capacity to increase investment in other parts of our portfolio and focus on our priority games. Bethesda remains one of the key pillars of Xbox with a strong portfolio of amazing games and thriving community. As we look to the future, there is an impressive line of games on the horizon. In 2024 alone, we have Starfield Shattered Space, Fallout 76 Skyline Valley, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and the Elder Scrolls Online Golden Road. As we align our plans and resources to best set up ourselves for the success in this complex and changing industry, our teams across Arkane Lion, Bethesda Game Studios, ID Software, Machine Games, ZeniMax Online Studios, and the Bethesda Publishing and corporate teams will be well positioned to build new IPs, explore new game concepts, and expand on our existing franchises. Alpha Dog Games. ZeniMax Halifax Ltd, trade name Alpha Dog Games, was a mobile video game developer based in Nova Scotia, Canada, that developed mobile games for iOS and Android platforms. The company was acquired by ZeniMax Media in October 2019. ZeniMax Media was acquired by Microsoft in March 2021 and became part of the Xbox Game Studios. As a result, Alpha Dog Games has been owned by Microsoft since 2021, and it is an indirect mobile gaming extension of the Xbox brand. These studios was closed in May 2024, and Mighty Doom will sunset on August 7th. Alpha Dog Games also had something they wanted to say. Today, it was announced that Alpha Dog Games will be closed and that development on the Mighty Doom has come to an end. As our servers will be shutting down on August 7th, we have stopped players' ability to purchase any additional in-game currency. Thank you to everyone that spent time in Mighty Doom. And for our final studio, we have Roundhouse Studios. Roundhouse Studio was a game development studio based in the US and incorporated on the 8th of November 2019. It was a continuation of Human Head Studios when that studio closed down on the 13th of November 2019. Immediately following the release of Rune 2, it had the same staff and was based in the same office. The new studio was established with the help of Bethesda Softworks. There was previously a link with Bethesda as the Human Head worked on the eventual unreleased Prey 2 as the game intellectual property was transformed from 3D Realms to Bethesda. Following development hell, the title was eventually canceled in 2014, and Bethesda's ZeniMax Arkane Studios released the unrelated Prey in 2017. The studio also contributed to Redfall. Here's a brief look at their wiki and some of the games that they've created. You can pause that and look at it if you would like. Arkane Austin is one half of Bethesda-owned Arkane Studios, the other half being Arkane Lyon. Both studios often work together on Arkane games, where Arkane Austin led the charge on titles like Redfall and 2017's Prey, while Arkane Lyon is behind 2021's Deathloop and in development Marvel's Blade game. Arkane Lyon studio director and Marvel's Blade creative director Dinga Bakaba posted on X shortly after news of Arkane Austin closing hit the internet to explain his frustration and sadness. "This is absolutely terrible," Bakaba writes. "Permission to be human to any executive reading this. Friendly reminder that video games are entertainment cultural industry, and your business as a corporation is to take care of your artists, entertainers, and to help them create value for you." He continues, "Don't throw us into gold fever gambits. Don't use us for straw men for miscalculations or blind spots. Don't make our work environment Darwinist jungles. You say you make us proud when we make good games. Make us proud when times are rough. We know you can. We've seen it before." You can read Bakaba's full thread below. I'm actually going to continue because he was making some good points and I want to finish reading his actual post. "For now, great teams are sunsetting before our eyes again, and it's safe. Gut stab, Lion is safe. But please be tactful and discerning about all this, and respect affected folks' voice and leave it room to be heard. It's their story to tell, their feelings to express. Inside baseball, but if I read immersive sim curse from the community, especially from a fellow dev, I swear to God, please let me talk about real challenges instead of rehashing irrational anxieties of the past. Even more inside baseball, but with a very, very wide range, as a wise and sorely missed man said, please stop." And overall, I think we're done. It's very terrible what's going on with these 4 studios. It's very terrible. Anybody who worked there might have to now find a new place to work. The gaming industry is falling apart literally in front of our faces, and there's not much we can do but just pray and hope that things get better. There's always indie games out there. Of course, there's always indie games out there. You can go, you can play your indie games, you can find indie studios. There's plenty of them out there. But we're talking about, when I say the gaming studio, the gaming industry, I'm mainly talking about AAA plus, or even some AA plus, because Helldivers 2 is a great example of things that are going haywire. I really hope we can get all this together. I really hope we can come together and find a better solution, because what's going on now is heartbreaking. It really is. But that's all that I have for you guys today. If you like what you heard and you made it this far, please like, share, and subscribe. If you made it this far and you didn't like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am the Gaming Zon, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.